All right. All right. All right. We're going to get started early, not early, on time. I usually, as you can tell, I allow about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes for people to come in. That way I'm not, I ramble less. So, gosh, I got a lot of things to cover. I was sitting all week, I've been bothered. What am I going to do this weekend? I contacted someone. They couldn't come on. Don't want to mention that name. Big name. Big name, and it wasn't going to work out because the individual was going to be driving in his car and didn't want to do audio. We didn't even get into that, but anyway, so I was what am I going to do? And dude, have I got so much to cover. So last week, we did the ham stuff. So let me tell you about my week this week. Oh my goodness. So I'm not used at looking at the camera. I apologize. Everyone says look at the camera. This week, I dropped my daughter off to college, my baby, to Liberty University, and she is a freshman there. And tough week. She's gone. Tough week. Ooh, I can see the table there. See the little table? I didn't mean to get that in there. We're getting ready to rearrange the whole room, everything. I have no kids left. I can take over every room in the house now. Literally, like there's bedroom 1, 2, 3, bonus room. I mean, I can take over any room. So we'll see. So there should be some rearranging coming soon. Actually, after Labor Day. I think some people are coming home Labor Day. Then after that, so not sure I've been given permission, but I'm going to take the permission. So anyway, drop my daughter off. That was tough. When you drop your baby off. Oh, so anyway, this coming weekend, I'm going to be canning some food. Pretty excited about that. It's going to be like a canning fest, like families coming together. Not families, our family coming together. Brother-in-law, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, all going to be just canning like crazy. We'll be some crazy canners. And you know what, happens when crazy canners get together. So, so that's coming up next weekend. We'll be back in town for next Sunday night for sure. Well, it's not even out of town. I'll be back at the house. And so I came up with a mind. I come up with good idea one every, I'll say a year. Okay. I want, and I came with a great idea this week or within the last, say, 14 days. I think it's a great idea. I've shared it with 3 people. They think it's a great idea. So I can't wait to share it with you guys, though. I can't share it. I know that's the worst. I am the worst. I shouldn't even said that, but that is the worst. I know, but it is something I've always thought in my head would be pretty cool. And now I'm getting it programmed. Ooh, maybe some software or something. I don't know. So anyway, let's go. I've got a lot of stuff to cover. It's going to be a great show. I'm just saying, even with me as a small me to the side there. Oh yeah, I like that. So yeah. So we're going to go through some slides. Oh my gosh, we're going to go through a bunch of stuff. So let's just keep going here. So, hey, this is season 2. Welcome to PrepperNet Live. If you're listening on the podcast, hey, you can catch us on YouTube channel. Just search for the channel PrepperNet, and you can actually see these videos 100% recorded. Or you can come live on every Sunday night at 8:30 and watch us live, be a part of the audience. It is a blast. People travel from around the world to be in the audience. So so season 2, I'm going to show you some of the calendar events, some of the things we're going to be going through. So looking forward to this a lot. Hey, who am I? This is me right here. I'm CEO of Sun Evans International, survival instructor, NRA instructor, general license, Krav Maga instructor, speaker, educator, writer, podcast, author, and I run PrepperNet. Served in the Air Force, and I've written 4 books. And I'm saying all this. I don't say this, but I've gotten several people in the podcast saying, we can't see the slides. We don't know anything about you. So anyway, you can see I've written 4 books: The Case for Christian Preparedness, Stand Firm to the End, The Preparedness Roadmap, and Entrepreneurship for Survival. You can get more information on all of them at forrestgarvin.com. That is my address. That is me. Has more on me there. You can contact me there. You can just complain all you want or say good things. Either way. Usually I do read them. I do. So next is, hey, the reason you can't update your on your iPhone to become a PrepperNet premium member. I went over this last, but people are like, what? So if you're on your iPhone and you are a member of our community, which is preppernet.net, and if you try to join, you can't. I won't let you. And the reason why, if the $40 membership that we charge per year, which is what, 5 cups of coffee, 10 cups of coffee, seriously, it's $40 a year. And the value is one of the best investments you'll ever make. I'm just saying. So anyway, the value is crazy. And if we allowed you to do it on your iPhone, Apple charges 30%. So that's $12 of $40. And then Mighty Networks costs you $226. So it would literally, PrepperNet would get $25.74. So join preppernet.net. There's a link to the site on how to join so we don't have to pay Apple $12 every time someone joins. And it's easy. You can do it through your browser on your phone, or you can do it through a computer. So anyway, just not the ad. That's the way Apple makes their money. I'm a big Apple, I won't say supporter, but I use all their products. So anyway, mostly for security reasons, and we can have that argument another day. But if you join the premium membership, it's just $40 a year. I have some free courses online. I have an introduction to crypto. I have a spy tech workshop, a family emergency preparedness plan, important documents binder, privacy and security. I think I touched on the iPhone in there, home-based business, survival groups, intro to preparedness, and an EMP kind of thing I go through as well. That's free if you're a member of PrepperNet, and it's $40 a year. It's $40 a year. Compare that to your kids' sports games. I mean, how much you spend on your kids' sporting, and this is to save their lives. I mean, $40 to save the entire family's life, or play baseball one year and spend $3,000. So you pick. So we'll get some water here. Okay. So what's happening? So we're going to go through some slides. Oh, I got a lot to cover. Good stuff. Good stuff. So these things go on every single week. If you're a ham radio operator, we love you. If you're not a ham radio operator, we're trying to make you one. And so, but if you're already a ham operator, we have a ZeloNet every Monday night at 8 p.m. If you don't know how to do that, get on preppernet.net. That's going to be my answer to a lot of the questions. Preppernet.net. We have a sisterhood, which, I guess the sisters are talking about the fellas. And that's on Tuesday nights. We have a 40-meter digital net on Sunday nights. Tonight at 9:00. You can do both. I know you can. You have the talent. You can do both. If you can't do both, then maybe you could go to one of your local ham groups. Let's just be honest. That's what. Anyway. So, and then on Thursday, every other Thursday night, we do single sideband HF, which is voice. We also have a email net. When everybody's like, why do you need an email net? Why do people need to check in on email? Well, it's email through HF radio. And the last time I connected to a server, so on my HF radio, I connected to a server in Canada. And just like your email on your computer, it's like the old dial-up days, though. You type the email, you hit send, you go and connect to a server, it downloads it or uploads it, downloads your new mail. It's crazy. It's all through HF radio. So anyway, we have that as well. Again, join all that stuff. All that stuff's on preppernet.net. Let's keep going. So, hey guys, I've got, this is one of the most amazing events we ever go to. It's called Prepper Camp. It's coming up September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And that is in September, of course. And if we have some tickets. I know Beth in the chat room right now, her name is BG, like the BGs. BG has some tickets, some discounted tickets, just a few, but you need to get your tickets. It's in Saluda, North Carolina. It's the number one self-reliant homesteading off-grid preparedness conference in the world. In the world, I think it's in the world. I don't know. I may be making the world up. Sounds good though. So she says she has 3 tickets at $47, and trust me, they will go up. They always sell out. They haven't sold out yet, which is kind of interesting because usually they're sold out by now usually. But preppercamp.com, Beth has 3 tickets inside. They're going to go up to $90, BG says. So so they're going to go up. I mean, we'll have hundreds of PrepperNet people there. We'll have a lot, okay? We'll have a ton of PrepperNet people will go to this camp. And it's always fun. It's in Saluda. It's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, which is right near Asheville, North Carolina. You don't have to go in Asheville, okay? You're safe. You don't have to go into Asheville. But so I do want to point out there's a photo on the over there on the left. One is the precious sun oven, of course, which is awesome. That's how you cook food when the grid goes down and everything. That is, everybody needs a sun oven or you're going to die. That's a fact. I mean, that has been proven factual 3 or 4 times. So you got to have a sun oven so you won't die. The other one, the other one, see the gentleman there? His name is Dave Wolf. Dave Wolf was a dear friend of mine. And 2 prepper camps ago, everyone's packing up and leaving. And Dave and I are sitting in chairs just in the middle of the whole field as people are packing and driving out, just the 2 of us. We're sitting there having a conversation. And the breeze, little cool breeze was going on. And he actually passed away that next week. Dave and I have been friends forever. And we've done business together. He's trained my family in firearms. He was a great guy. Love him to death. But hey, we don't know how long we're going to be here. I will say that his fiance is going to be at Prepper Camp teaching the same classes he did, which was, no, I don't know if they're the same, but they're kind of close. One is one's a girls and firearms kind of class. And I know guys that need to go to that, but anyway, so join us at Prepper Camp, preppercamp.com. Beth in the chat. BG has some tickets if you're interested. I don't know if there's any more camping spots. I have no idea. So they're discussing that now. So preppercamp.com, and Rick Austin runs that, and his wife Jane, Survivor Jane. It is a great camp. It is. Son Oven's going to be there, of course. Sam Kopler, I know, called me. He said he's coming down, or he's coming up from Texas. Always has some of the best classes there. I'm teaching. I always teach survival groups because I think survival groups is one of the most important preps you can have, is being in a group. And then, Beth G says there's dessert social at Prepper Camp on Friday nights. Please, I need everyone to come and bring their desserts. I qualify as a taste tester. So come. But I'm teaching survival groups, and I'm teaching my book, Entrepreneurship for Survival. It's about starting businesses, and I will be teaching that. It's the first time I've taught that, I think, at any of these exhibits or any of these shows. But I'll have my book there, and I'll be teaching that class. And I'm going to go, and we got some things going on. So let's keep going. So, hey, get your Prepper Camp tickets. It'll be the best event you've ever been to when it comes to prepping and self-reliant and homesteading and off-grid. So that's guaranteed. Okay, next slide is, hey, we do a thing called Bug Out Camp. This is like a month later. We're doing it in Roaring Gap, North Carolina, I believe it is. It is at Stone Mountain, North Carolina. We've been there before. We have almost the entire park. We've rented the whole park, and you need to again contact Beth G in the chat. I don't know what's available, but it's like nothing but PrepperNet. We go there. We have a few classes. We just hang out and talk, and it's pretty awesome. Oh gosh, guys, you know what? Life is short. Life is short. I have to tell us another story. Life is short. I'm just telling you. A couple years back, we were there, and one of my favorite people, we called him Bravo 65. Beth caught him on fire. Literally, we were around the fireplace, and this is my memory. Now, I hope I'm telling this right. And she started moving some logs, and all of a sudden, literally, Bravo's on fire. His pants is on fire. And I'm like, what? And we were up freaking out, putting it out. And we called the fire trucks and planes and hell. No, none of that happened. But we got it all out. But it was just hilarious that if I'm wrong in the chat, someone correct me. But I think it was Beth that caught him on fire. But anyway, poor Bravo, man. He passed away during COVID. And it was, oh, gosh. Life is short, guys. You better know who your maker is. Okay. Oh my gosh, she said it was an accident. So it was her. She in capital letters says it was an accident, but she caught Bravo on fire. Someone else said, "Hey, Saluda is where I met Garvin in 2016." Gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, 2016. So Bravo passed away, COVID. He just could not. I'm not going to comment on any of that. So anyway, so join us October 19th to the 22nd. PrepperNet.net is where you get all the details. Okay. Enough said. I don't want to talk about. Oh, and then I go right. Oh my gosh. I apologize. I went right into the next slide is dead cities. So here's the deal, guys. We have cities that have no leader. And if you're in that city, it's time for you to step up and be that leader. We have cities all over the United States. It's either a leader stepped down or someone handed us the meetup site. We need you to step up. If you don't step up, that is just wrong. You know, I wish I could kick people out of PrepperNet that don't step up, because we are the leaders in the communities. We are the leaders in the United States when it comes to preparedness. We need you to step up. And if there's not a group around you and you have more than 10 people, more than 50,000 people in your area, that's a good site for a meetup to start happening. If you have 12 people on a dead end road, that's not a meetup group. That's not, I mean, I want you to get in a group. Absolutely. But I'm talking like, so you can help others. But if you're interested in your city, if you're in West Palm Beach, Florida, if you are in, gosh, if I start naming names, I'm going to get some wrong. I think, I don't even know where the dead city leaders are, but hey, if you don't, go to preppernet.net and find out where we need leaders and contact Beth G in the chat. She's going to be busy tonight, Beth G, or go to preppernet.net and look for Beth G there. Okay, next slide. So, hey guys, we have an Amazon store. It's amazing. So our lead trainer, he's in the house tonight. Sheepdog 757. I believe it's Sheepdog 757. I think he's in the house tonight. Sheepdog 757 Sheepdog. So when he teaches a class, or when we suggest something, or when all these items in our PrepperNet Amazon store, I own, I would say, a majority of them. If I don't, Sheepdog does, because Sheepdog was teaching a test. And sometimes when he's here in the house, sometimes when he shows gear and it's like $400, I'm like, okay, what does a poor man buy? You know? And so, but he goes through, and of course he always says, buy once, cry once, or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, how about rob you once? I won't have to go cry or something. I don't know. But all our gear, everything that we recommend is on the store there. As prepper, you can get there easily. Instead of me giving the URL for Amazon, you can go to preppernet.com/Amazon, and then you'll see the link, or you can click right there and then boom, go to it. And when you do that, that supports all the efforts that PrepperNet does. That's our store. It's a wonderful store. We've spent millions of hours putting this. We had to build Amazon so we could have this store. Okay. So we built Amazon, got it working, then boom, we came in and built our store. So, so please go visit and support PrepperNet. When you rob him, let me know so I can watch you eat popcorn. Yes. So people, okay, let's keep going here. So I want to tell you guys about Prepping Academy or Ham Academy. So if you go to preppernet.net, last week we did a show on how to get your ham license, and it goes step by step to how to get your ham license. Many people are going to be getting their ham license. I've already talked to, seen emails, seen chats, personal messages. People were encouraged by it. They think that they can do it because I went through the whole process, and we're all going to go get our ham license. Okay. So, it's the Ham Academy when you go to preppernet.net. So we're going to go through getting your license, equipment list, training, and training exercises. We're going to commit the next month or so, month and a half or so, maybe 2 months, to getting some ham license. I mean, it's not going to be every Sunday night. Like tonight's not about Sunday night. Hey, but if you want to get your ham license, go on our YouTube. Where you are right now, down there is the ham. Go and watch it, and then get a date and get your ham license. Okay. So getting started, that was the other weekend. That was the video to get everybody started. On the 3rd, we're going to do a status update. Everybody's going to report in when their test, or if they've already tested. And then on the 17th of September, everybody's going to tell us their call sign and tell us how great they did and how it was amazing. And now they're a ham radio license operator. I will say this, because I'm being forced to by gunpoint. Study for your general, but study for your technician, but study for your general as well. I'm just saying, most people that take their technician class, if they just knew 4 extra questions, they could pass their general. So I'm being forced to it by gun. Study for the technician so you make 100%. Then study some for your for your general. And I promise you, you'll probably pass it. So I know I kind of put it down last week, but again, gunpoint, a lot of people said, Forrest, I'm doing a disservice if I just tell them to study for their technician, tell them to study for both. And so I'm doing that, and you can put the gun down now. Thank you. So general license is essentially, yes. Okay. Let's keep going here. So I got 3 videos this week. I hope you guys like these. So I'm a man. Just want that to be known here. And so I thought these videos were funny. So I got 3 videos this week. So this is a guy, he does these all the time. I'm going to show you 2 of his videos, and I just think they're hilarious. If you can identify with anything this guy says or goes through, just share it in the chat. Okay. Just let me know. So the first one, I'm going to show you all 3. I'm going to show you 2 at first, and then I'm going to show you a 3rd one that everyone's going to agree with. Absolutely 100%. So here goes I always do a funny video. This week I picked 3. So here we go. Number 1.
Hello, and welcome to another rip-roaring edition of Reasons I've Apologized to My Wife. Number 1. I sleep well. I've been cursed with the ability to fall asleep quickly and deeply. My wife does not. In fact, noises as small as a stomach gurgle from an ant have been known to wake her up. To make sure I match your level of anxiety and unrest, I now sleep with a set of headphones that randomly play awful noises. Terrible sounds like car accidents, spoiled toddlers screaming, and New England Patriot fans. Number 2, I twisted and tucked. This occurred when I tried to retrieve 2 pieces of bread and broke the bread clip while trying to reseal the bag. Instead of fashioning a new clip from loose plastic in our house, I simply twisted the top of the bag and folded under the loaf. I was wrong. And after being told to be more careful with my elephant toes for fingers, I've learned that this instantly causes mold, and was asked if I actually love my family or if we should all start eating out of dumpsters like raccoons. And the final reason? I don't want anything. With Christmas quickly approaching, my wife asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said nothing. This was unacceptable, and in fact shows a real lack of ambition and go-getter attitude. To remedy this, I now make up things that are impossible to find, like a helicopter made out of diamonds, the bones of Jimmy Hoffa, or some time to myself. That is all.
Okay. I don't know. I was going to look, that I just think that's hilarious, guys. That's funny. I got another one for them too. If you can relate, let me know, men or women. Just let me know. Here goes another one. Number 2.
Why I apologize to my wife this week. The first one, I wasn't cold. She was cold. She asked me if I was cold. I said no. That is unacceptable. I know now that I must sense her body temperature and will my body to match it so that we can live in climate unity. Number 2, I used a spoon. This incident involved macaroni salad. I chose a spoon to eat it. Apparently, this was the wrong choice. In fact, the choice of Neanderthal peasants. I know now I must poll the elite of society to find out what utensils are used for which food types so that my utensil game is always on point. And the final reason, I was lying down. I have since been instructed that lying down is only acceptable during sleepy times, even if my responsibilities and tasks for the day are complete, because I must always be upright and ready for more responsibilities and tasks.
Okay. Oh, I'm just not going to comment a lot on that. So anyway, that's my two videos this week. I got one more. I guarantee you, if you agree with this video, just in the chat, just give me a thumbs up or say, yeah, that is so true, or something like that. So let me see what the comments were on the videos. They were kind of, yeah. This guy's hilarious. Yeah. Okay, so here goes. This is a video, and you just tell me what you think of this video. And for those that I'll explain it for those on the podcast, or you can go to the video and watch it as well. So here goes. Number 3, funny video of the week. Oh, so what it is this guy standing there and he's opening one of these Nature Valley granola bars, and it shows his feet, and just the crumbs are just piling up. It's just piling up. He's just trying to take them out. That is so, oh my gosh, that video, that speaks truth, man. That is so true. Just the crumbs, and you try to pull them out so no crumbs would come off. The crumbs just go everywhere, and I saw that and I'm like, that is hilarious. And so but yes, that's funny. That always happens. So everybody says yes, but yeah, that's a funny one. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the next slide is, okay, people you need to follow. Started this. I did my friend on the Economic Ninja. This week is another guy. These are not your typical normal prepper people. I'm not going to go in here and put in, big prepper people, because you guys, you know who all them people are, and and more than likely we'll have them on the show sometime. So these are people that you probably wouldn't normally follow. like the economic ninja. I forgot who was before that, but this week is a guy. I know him. We're not good friends. We've talked a little bit. You can see he goes by Techlore, and his YouTube channel is amazing. And so, if you're into technology, you want to disappear off the internet. You want to be more private. If you think DuckDuckGo is private, if you probably need to go visit this guy. And so, but you'll learn that goes not as good as you think it is. But I learned a lot from this guy. He has a whole class, and I'm telling you, because you're all in communications, you're all into the internet. You all kind of want to disappear a little bit. He goes into a lot of this stuff. So he's a good guy to follow. His videos are kind of short. He looks like he's 20 years old, but he's definitely a smart kiddo. Then you need to follow him. And is it Techlore on YouTube channel? So that's who you need to follow this week. Okay. So next, book of the week. Oh my goodness, have I got a book for you guys? I picked the book. It's a great book. And so here is the book that you need. Everyone needs. Okay, I'm going to say this. The more I've looked at this book this week, the more I probably had this in the top 10 that everyone needed to own. I now have it in the top 3 books you need to own. Number 1 would be, we're talking like to keep during the apocalypse or even read now. Like the medical handbook by Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy. That's got to be like the number 1 book you have to have. I would say that okay, here's my top 3. Probably the medical handbook by Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy, Joe and Amy Alton. Number 2 would probably be the SAS survival skills handbook. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The SAS, has all the, doing track. That's got to be top 3 as well. And this is in the top 3. You can put my book at 4. I know everybody's saying, Forrest, no. I'm talking. Okay, I know someone. Bible, of course, yes. These are situational books that you need, and you got to have this. And I mentioned this last week, but I want to show you guys these books because it's not. And I'm going to have to go full screen here so you can kind of see me here. So let me remove this and go full screen. So here are the books. There's 2 books. Boom. It's called the Civil Defense Manual, Volume 1, Volume 2. I want you to look at these gigantic books. These are humongous books. Big books. These are amazing. The information in these books, I'm telling you, you might not. Everything you need when the grid goes down and how to form, and a lot of you guys are going, you don't have a survival group. You need these books. It tells you how to do community planning. Oh, that hurts me to say that. How to work with neighbors, because we've got to understand at PrepperNet that not everybody's going to get in a group and have a retreat. And I hate that. Because your most important prep is to get in a group. But these books, and I'm telling you, he writes from like border to border. Let me show you. See, the writing is like the entire page. I don't know if you can see that. And it's just cram-packed of information. And it's just crazy. So this one book here has 480 some pages. And volume 2 has, well, together they're over 940 pages. So that's what he does. And look, it's just cram packed of stuff. And it is, you need these books. Now, I got to let you better see them. I do have a slide here. Let me go back here. Boom. Boom. Here they are. Some of the authors. So Jack Lawson is the author of it. He is the main author. He is the dude that put it all together. Jack Lawson. You can read his profile, his deal. You can look him up. But he has gotten information from NC Scout, from Sam Copeland, from Forward Observer. I mean, Shane Connor. So you guys need these books. Here's the problem. Here is the biggest problem. Here's the problem. These books, for the two of these books, cost $100. But I would say that they are well worth it. These two books here are $100. You can get on Amazon right now for $200. But if you go to the URL at the bottom, I don't get a special discount or anything. He does not know I'm doing this. Civil defense manuals. I'm telling you, these books are top 3 books that you need to own without a doubt. Top 3 after the medical handbook and the SAS survival manual. These books, the civil defense manuals, volume 1 and volume 2. Absolutely. So that are my book. That it's not 96.49, not quite 100. But anyway, I can't say any more about that, and I won't. So let's move on. So the next, okay, here's what's coming down the pipeline. Everyone, I just put it all on one page here. So next weekend, this is forward looking here. Next weekend, we have Philip Tompkin. He's one of our city leaders. He runs a company called Rent a Chicken. He's going to talk about his business. He gave me some insight, which kind of blew me away, that he said my book helped him with some things, which was amazing. I was like, whoa, wow. So who's the authors of the medical handbook? That's Joe and Amy Alton. For the medical handbook. I don't have that with me. It's in the other room, but okay. So he's coming on next weekend. We're going to be talking about, Rent a Chicken, the business, his little side hustle, and how it's doing awesome. He was on Fox TV all day for 2 days. For one night on Tucker Carlson, and on the next day, every show. So Philip's going to be on, talking about side hustles and his side hustle and how he said my book helped him. And I'll learn as you learn, because I have no idea. September 3rd is ham night. We discussed that already. September 10th, I'm going to do a thing on natural disaster. September is National Preparedness Month. So I'm going to have FEMA come in. No, I'm not. I'm not going to have FEMA come in. So that was a joke. But we're going to do national disasters and preparedness. So it could be fires, could be flooding, tornadoes, hurricanes. So we're going to go through a bunch of different things. Ham night on September 17th, and then September 24th, we will not be here, and you should not be here, because we should all be at Prepper Camp, and you should bring your best desserts so I can taste them. I'm actually losing weight right now, getting a little shape for this event, and because the Olympics are coming up next year, so I'm getting in shape, losing some weight, getting back in shape, getting ready. The Olympics is coming up. Don't know what event yet, but hey, it's coming. But I will take a break during Prepper Camp to test everyone's dessert. On October 1st and October 8th, look who we have coming. They don't know this yet. Sorry, guys, but they don't know they're coming the 8th. We've confirmed the 1st, but they don't know they're coming the 8th. But Dr. Bones, Joe and Amy Alton are going to be here. We're going to talk about their survival medicine handbook and all the different things, and we're going to learn some first aid and some things that normal people just don't know. We're going to do that on the first night of medical night. On the second, we're going to talk about antibiotics. A lot of questions. Do they expire? Are they being taken off the shelf? And infectious diseases. So we're going to have 2 medical nights, and we're going to learn everything we can about medical. Did I say medical? Medical. Okay. Then on October 15th. Now, it's somewhat confirmed. He said he's going to be on. There was and but he tentatively agreed for October 15th. Arthur Bradley, he's an author, he's a NASA engineer, and he's an expert on EMPs and CMEs. I mean, he does that for NASA. I mean, he is the expert. So he's coming on. He's always good, great. He's a good friend. I haven't seen him in a couple years just because just we haven't been to the same events. He hasn't been to some of the events I've been going to. But anyway, he is coming on October 15th, October 22nd. You should be at Bug Out Camp. If you're not at Bug Out Camp, that's just wrong. So Bug Out Camp is on the October 22nd, October 29th. I'm not going to go into this a lot, but emergency comms, shortwave radio, and digital receive. We're going to teach you guys and expect you guys and demand you guys help us through this and go through that. We're going to go through that on October 29th. More details will come. It's kind of different. We got some new thoughts around some things. With the aliens hitting America, the world, we got to think different. So you know what I mean? I don't. But anyway, and then November 5th and 12th, we're going to do starting your home-based business. We're going to go into some news here in a little bit. If you don't have a home-based business, you're going to get screwed. I'm just telling you. So we're going to go. I'm thinking about having some big-time business people and interviewing them and talking about side hustles and more than just me sitting here talking. People, but anyway, home-based businesses. That's what I have for November 5th and 12th. And it just gets better, guys. I mean, like it can, but it does. I mean, it's amazing. It's just going to get better. So that is what's coming down the pipeline. So some latest news, guys. Oh, please don't cry as I go through this, but I want to share a few things with you guys. 3 things we need to keep our eye out for. 3 things. And one is so there's a lot of things people prepare for. People prepare for some crazy stuff in PrepperNet. I'm sure people are preparing for aliens. I don't prepare for aliens. I don't believe in aliens. But one of the things is economic collapse. And this is getting serious. It is getting ugly. And you're not hearing about it. So some of the things you need to watch for. I'm just going to mention a few things, talk about a few things. Economic Ninja is my source of all intelligence when it comes to this. No, he's not, but I love some of the things he says, and I've been writing some notes down. So there's some banks that are closing down branches. And I understand, but they're starting to close down a lot of branches. Hasn't really hit the news yet. Retail. So I'm going to go through, guys. This is going to scare the poopy out of you. And I don't mean to. I'm going to name some companies, and you just tell me if you've heard of them or not. Rockport, Christmas Tree Shop, Bed Bath & Beyond, Shoe City, Tuesday Morning, David's Bridal, Party City. It goes on and on and on. These are huge corporations that have filed for bankruptcy. Shoe City, I don't know if you heard it. They've been in business 75 years. Bed Bath & Beyond, oh my goodness. You know who's going to buy Bed Bath & Beyond? Overstock. Literally is going to buy their name and change their name of their company to Bed Bath & Beyond. So Overstock will be gone. And Bed Bath & Beyond, you think, hey, survived. They didn't survive jack. They're out of business. Outback starting to close down places. I read that and saw that, but didn't. It's just yes, Outback, but Rockport. I have Rockport shoes. They did almost a lot of. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Bridal. I guess no one will be able to get married anymore because David Bridal's Tuesday Morning, Christmas tree. Never really heard of them. Party City. Oh, good thing we don't have a 1999 coming here soon. But these companies going out of business, and a lot of them are like not even Chapter 11. They just shut the door. So, so another thing, housing is getting ready to crash. Housing market is going to crash. Restaurants are closing. Car sales are way down. Interest rate on a car right now is 22%. If you have really good credit, you can get it for like 16%. But the average is 22%. Who can buy a car? Who would buy a car at 20? It's there's a report that came out that said I think it was not New York Times. I thought I remember. It said it's the hardest time in recent history to buy a car. So you remember during COVID, we couldn't get cars because everybody wanted cars, and now people are turning the cars in or they're getting repossessed. And now all the new cars are coming out and they're going to be sitting on the parking lot and no one can buy them because of the interest rate. That's bad. So, and there's more to come on all this stuff. So the economic collapse is getting bigger. It is coming. You better have a side hustle. You better have a job. You better have a way to feed your family. Then I want to talk about bricks. You guys may have heard of bricks. You may have not heard of bricks. This isn't the kind you take and put and build a house with. BRICS is an acronym, and it stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa is what that stands for. These are countries that are coming together to get off the petrodollar, to get off the dollar. So the America can't control them as much. Now, the crazy thing is there are 40 countries trying to get on that list as well. 40. The American dominance is going down. And you might go, well, that's good. We should be, well, it's going to suck for your pocketbook. It's going to suck for our economy. And you know what? Because of American dominance, my personal opinion, many countries around the world are doing way better because of the humanitarian effort, the money that we've been giving out. The saying is, I'm going to forget it, not say it right, but when high water comes, all boat rises. So when America is prospering and we're helping other nations are getting better. It's getting bad, guys. France, Mexico, Venezuela are trying to get into BRICS. These are big countries. Goodness. So there's a meeting coming up, guys. It's going to be one of the most important days, could be one of the most important days in years. I'm just telling you, it's August 22nd. They're having a meeting of the BRICS country. They're going to come together. They're going to meet. That time, some people have speculated they're going to go to a gold-based currency. I've heard Jim Rickers says they're not going to. Other people say they're going to, but if they do that, man, our dollar is going to stink. I'm just going to tell you guys, there's a big cloud and it's coming, and it's going to be hard for us to do this stuff. And you guys, people, this is truth. This is not, none of that stuff's made up. But let's see what else I have here. The BRICS is literally doing this against the United States. They're doing this so they can go and get away from because America, we control everything that's purchased in the world. Almost is purchased by the American dollar, and that's changing. They just want to get rid of petrodollar. They're going to gold. Do some research on what countries have been buying gold for the last 5 years. And then do one search of who is not buying gold, and that is America. You're like, oh. So anyway, that meeting is the August 22nd. Y'all pay attention to that date. It could be a big date. We don't know. It's going to be a big date. But BRICS they've been doing it since 2017, so it's not new. They've been putting this together since 2017. So, with that said, let's go to this. So that's two things. There's an economic collapse coming, and then there's bricks. It's even going to dang compound it. And then there's another thing. And again, guys, you can go ahead and turn the dial right now. Like we're on the radio, we're not, but just in case. Um, Disaster. There's some weird disasters going around coming up, and I hate that in Hawaii. I have a friend that literally was the opposite way that the wind was blowing, and his house and little community was saved. And the reason why is because the wind was going the other direction. Otherwise, his $1 million pad, or not 100 million, $10 million pad would have been poof gone as well. But the wind went the other way, and it saved him and his family, and he's good. Now he's helping, like everyone else is trying to help people in Hawaii. A hurricane is hitting California, and you might go, yeah, but the mudslides, the flooding. See, California for years, they don't get a lot of rain, and they don't know how to catch rain. So they're in a desert almost. And then when it rains, the water just runs completely off and boom, right into the ocean. And 2 months later, they're back into a drought again. It's insane. They're getting some rain. There's going to be mudslides. There's going to be deaths just with the rain that they're going to get. I mean, in the East Coast, our terrain, our vegetation, our land can handle that kind of rain. Theirs cannot. So we will see what happens there. Hope there's a little loss of life. But I will take, and I'm going to get a little bit old school, Old Testament, New Testament here. I'm sorry, man. There's going to be a time. The Bible says that there's going to be natural disasters and famines and diseases, and they're going to be coming, and they're not going to stop. They're going to keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and keep coming. And we need to get ready for that. You need to be ready for that. We all need to be ready for that. And if you want to know where the reference is, that's Matthew 24. It says, I mean, nation will rise against nation, and you'll get it, but it's just so the Bible predicts it. The Bible and all predictions have never been wrong, and it's not going to be wrong on this. I bet my life on it. So anyway, things are going to get worse, guys. So we need to prepare. We need to get our family ready. We need to get our house in order. We need to learn. Just imagine if you knew everything that was in these books and everything. I mean, so we're trying to teach you emergency communication, ham radio communication. We're going to teach you how to, not we, Joe and Amy, medical, basic medical. That way you can just take your game the next step higher. We're going to go through some natural disasters. We're going to go through some things in these books as well. And we're getting Arthur Bradley about EMP. I've never said we're training. We're all about relationships and meeting people in your own community. But you know what? The time is getting real. So let me see what other notes I have here. But we're going to be talking about side hustles. Oh my gosh, get a side hustle, get a home-based business. Everyone needs a home. You need a business. So when the crap hits the fan, you lose your job. How are you going to survive? We all need to plan for that. Why wouldn't you plan for that? Why wouldn't you plan for that? If you think you're going to keep that blue collar, white collar, Chick-fil-A job, whatever job you have, things can turn on a heartbeat. I'm looking for side hustles. I want as many as I can. I want Arthur Bradley's awesome. Yeah. So guys, I'm just encouraging you guys. You can buy my book. It's called Survivalship or Entrepreneur for Survival. There's other books. There's probably other better books. Let's be real. Mine is kind of geared towards us preppers, survivalists. But there's anyway. So I'm gonna be focused on that. I know that's gonna take a month to get there. But hey, I just want to encourage everybody to think about that. Start thinking about that. The Bible says if a man can't take care of his own family, he's worse than the unbeliever. That's powerful. That's crazy. So, with that said, that's the latest news. Oh, perfect timing, guys. We're right at the hour number here. If you guys have questions for me, for Beth, for Preppy Squirrel, Elizabeth, C Guy, all the people in our chat room, just, I mean, I know our head trainers in there, which is Sheepdog, Beth, which is the queen of PrepperNet, C Guy, he's the king of marketing and thought. He's just smart guy. Preppy Squirrel is in there. She's in the house. She's in charge of the .net site and everything. Elizabeth can do everything backwards. She just has that talent. She literally can do things backwards. And it's amazing. So if you guys got any prepping questions whatsoever, we're here to help. Prepping, things coming down the pipe. Just throw it out there in the questions. Just make sure we know it's a question though. Blindfolded. Yes, Elizabeth can do it blindfolded, backwards, upside down, and in a vacuum. So she just has skills like that. They call her Mother Goose for a reason. You know what I mean? Just put them in to the box there. If you don't have anything, just say, hey, yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on one question. Hey, if you're on the podcast, man, join us on YouTube live every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. on the PrepperNet channel. Bug out camp activity in the works. Yes, bug out camp's gonna be great. Prepper camp is gonna be great. My son's texting me. He's in an In-N-Out burger for the first time of his life, and he's pretty excited. Took a photo. Thanks for the video. Yep, I'm waiting for a question. Sheepdog says, "Good show as usual." This is just me tonight, but hey, guys, there's the economic collapse coming. I just want everybody to know, get ready, get ready. Let's do some side hustles. Let's work a little extra. Let's get some cash. Let's get your chicken business, your garden. Let's go to yard sales and buy stuff, sell on eBay. There's so many things that we can do. We're going to go through a lot of that because during economic collapse, that's SHTF for some people, but other people, it's just tough living. What are you going to do? Just think in the 1920s, people were selling shoes so people could chew on the leather. So we all need to get ready. We need to help each other and we need to learn from each other. I don't see one question. Everybody's just saying that I was the most amazing person. No one has said that at all. I think that's the last slide too. It is. So guys, hey, I'll tell you this, join us on PrepperNet.net. It is where everything's happening. You can see all our events. We have an event, something going on every day of the month. There's something going on somewhere. And if you're willing to drive, you could literally be with people, preppers every day. Some are in Texas, some are in, wherever, Pittsburgh. So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to call this. It's been 1 hour. PrepperNet.net. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Next Sunday night, I forgot what's coming on next Sunday night. I should go back to that calendar. But it's Rent a Chicken. The famous Phil Rent a Chicken's going to be on next Sunday night. So hey, if you need a city, need to start a city. Beth's in the house here. I'm going to just play some music. We'll end this thing, but music will play while everybody's still in the chat room a little bit. And then join us over at PrepperNet.net. And then we'll see you guys then. Next week, again, it's not just me. So join us. Y'all take care.